It's my understanding that Portland is actually close to #1 in youth homelessness in the entire United States. There is absolutely a crisis in homelessness, but I would say rather than it being about a lack of housing, I think it's actually about a lack of relationship. With Breaking Cycles, we actually get to come into these young people's lives, and it's so much less about the house than it is about the actual relationship. We break the cycle by building relationship. So the coffee and bike shop, we feel, complements this ministry in so many ways. It's my personal dream to have multiple social enterprises that our young people can plug into, that we're actually providing a service for the community and being paid for that service, and then the ministry pays for itself.
Our internships and apprenticeships, interns are 14 to 17 years old, apprentices are 18 to 21, and for both, it's a 12-week-long job training program where they get to come in and get on-the-job training as either a coffee barista, a bike mechanic, or an upcycle artist.
When we refurbish bikes that are donated, try to sell them at a cheaper cost or donate them to other events or kids who want them. We also want to provide cheap service for community members that want their bikes fixed or work done.
You know, a lot are starting, this is maybe their first job experience, and so getting to work within a team, learn how to show up consistently on time, learning what a work environment feels like. I just see the confidence start to soar, and they're getting to know more about themselves. Which is incredible to see.
They always go, oh, well, this is like my second home, my second family. So it's really sweet. It's just kind of like a safe space that people can come in. I have seen kids open up, have a completely big smile on their face when engaging with customers. They can talk to our regulars. I've seen strangers have a whole conversation just over a cup of coffee. And I think it is absolutely beautiful and really sweet.
All right, so tell me a little bit, what location are we at, and tell us a little bit about what happens here.
Yeah, so we are at our house called Fortify in Wilsonville, Oregon, where we have a house for young men to grow in their relationship with the Lord and learn the tools that they have to become self-sufficient adults. It ends up being a place of refuge daily. We have a program that helps facilitate their growth, helps determine their interests, where their strengths are, and the areas that they want to grow in so that they can be self-sufficient. And it's cool to see too how much they support each other, brothers supporting each other in the program, challenge each other. They are also becoming multipliers where they are encouraged and inspired to go out and pour into others who otherwise may not even be touched or may not even find programs or other services that do exist. I actually tell the guys that this program's for me just as much as it is for them. I'm leaving my old life, coming here to see what God wants to do in my life, what He wants to strip away, what He wants to invite me into. And then we launch forward and out into our mission and our journey back to God's heart.
They're really funny, dude.
I'm here at the Young Men's Ranch here up in Yakult, Washington, called the Ritz ranch. My role is to make sure that we have a safe place for young men so they can dream and accomplish their goals.
Mike was one of the guys who welcomed me, who actually cared for me when I was living on the streets for a while. Didn't feel so secure. I had these condemning thoughts. I wasn't good enough. I'm not capable. But with Breaking Cycles, I've had training, especially with God, through people, training to actually combat those thoughts, that I do have a purpose, that I do have a value, and I'm not just here for just because of a random chance, but I'm here for a purpose.
These guys kind of remind me of planting a garden. I can't change these young men. They're still going to grow up to be themselves, but I'm going to give them every chance to be the very best young man they can be. I remember one young man in particular, he literally came from 18 different foster homes before he turned 18. You can imagine for him to come up here and to have a beautiful area just to feel secure, to be encouraged to grow, for schooling, for a job. It's like a whole new world to these young men. I'm just so happy to be a part of it.
A lot of our young people, they've never experienced a healthy home. Some of them are experiencing camaraderie around the table or learning what it feels like to be in a community. And so with the job training, with the long-term housing, and with the mentorship, those things come together in such a way that brings an opportunity for wholeness and health for our young people.
My name's Mary, and Vitas is a home for moms and babies, making sure that the moms have what they need, supporting them with taking care of the children, just normal household life. There's something powerful about investing in a young mother because she's not just raising a child, she's still learning who she is. And when that season comes without support, without guidance, it can feel overwhelming. It's more than just a place to stay. We show them how to take that back and take ownership of their lives. To have these young ladies see us treating one another with the love of Christ, mirroring this is how the relationship should work. It makes it all more inviting. It's what being a Christian's supposed to be, like a family.
My name is Kathy Hooper. We live on Echo Ranch. Our house is Harmony House. Echo Ranch is a horse rescuing ranch, and Breaking Cycles rescue girls. And so we harmonize with what Doreen's doing, and so I get to be a blessing to them, and they are quite the blessing to me.
It's really been an inspiration because it's cool to see women who are truly striving after Christ and who truly have a heart for Christ and don't just speak or don't just move, like everything is directly through him.
This organization and this program is unique because we are welcoming them and we get to watch the work that God does in their heart while we implement some of those core values of helping them in their personal development.
I've been passionate in fashion since I was 14 years old, and it's been so cool to see it like all come together. But Rana invited me to feature my clothes at the banquet, so we're throwing a fashion show. And I'm really excited for it.
Just to know that there are people that are here to support them, that has planted seeds of hope in their spirits, and that sparks hope in someone else's heart and lives.
So Faithful Friends has come under the umbrella of Breaking Cycles, and we are so excited because it literally has closed the gap in the age of kids that we serve.
My name is Sean Armsbury. I'm the program director of Faithful Friends Mentoring.
I'm Grace Stick. I'm program manager at Faithful Friends.
Faithful Friends is a mentoring organization that connects with the local church to recruit and train up mentors to mentor kids in their community.
We match children that could use an extra adult in their life with somebody who will invest in them, care for them, and just spend a little time showing up each week, talking to them and telling them that they matter. 2 years ago, Faithful Friends had all these beautiful matches, but we were struggling financially. And Breaking Cycles generously took us under their umbrella. And so now we have the wonderful benefit of getting to work under an organization that's serving in multiple ways youth in our city.
All families are going through different things, but in one particular case, a mom who was bedridden and dad had died a couple of years ago. There's 4 kids in the family, and we matched this kid with a local firefighter, and like right away the kid's world has opened up. She's doing things in the community, and you can just see it. You can see it in their excitement that life is alive again, and they're able to experience that. Some of our kiddos are going from 6 to 9 years old as when they're referred to Faithful Friends, but then they turn 10, 11, 12, up to 15, 16 years old, and we give them opportunities to work an apprenticeship here at Breaking Cycles, which is really great.
We're literally serving kids from 0 to 24 years old. And what I love about that too is that it's actually changing the trajectory early. We're able to trace the line back and find these kids long before they ever end up homeless on the streets. And so we're actually swimming upstream trying to find them before they end up homeless, before they end up in a tent. A little not so well-known secret is that I was one of these kids, actually. And right here on 33rd and Powell, just a mile up this road, is the bridge that I slept under as a 13-year-old girl. There's a lot of stories that these young people come to me with, and many of them come to me without hope. It's hopeless. There is no value inside of me. Why try? It's a waste of time, but I know better. I know better. And there isn't a young person that can sit in front of me that I don't have great hope for. And I get excited to sit down with them and be able to speak into their lives and help them uncover those dreams that are inside of them. I've seen so many young people over the years, literally the trajectory of their life change, and them grab hold of the hope and the good plans that God has for them.
I hope that I can grow this brand, that it can help someone somewhere be able to more easily share their faith.
I believe the Lord's calling me to be a preacher of the word. I think that's the main place that he wants me to be. It's about the heart. And I think Breaking Cycles is heart. There's also hope that impossible things can happen here too.
Thank you guys so much for your support.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Breaking Cycles.